you do not have the discipline to be consistent. Failure is a very familiar space. You're not going to stop doing that thing. You're always looking for enemies where you did not keep them. That's when ideas can start flowing in. You that is in your season of growth, that's your story. Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thank you for stopping by, and if you're not new, thank you for coming back. I love you so much. Today's video, we're going to be talking about 4 reasons why you're not growing as much as you want to. I'm going to be giving you 2 solutions to help you grow in the way that you want to grow. And by growing, I mean growing generally as opposed to just in one aspect of your life. So without further ado, let's get into the video. The number one reason why you're not growing as much as you want to grow is because you do not have the discipline to be consistent. Now, I know I should have held your hand while I said that, but honestly, if nobody's going to tell you the truth, I'm going to tell you the truth. That is why I am here. And you need to hear this now while we were young and you still have the time and the energy to make changes. The thing with consistency is that oftentimes people see it as strong and unwavering, but then in actual sense, in actual practice, consistency is about being adaptable. When the time is tight, you shrink the task. When energy is low, you do the simpler version of the task. It's not about being rigid, but it's about finding ways to keep showing up. The habits or actions you're trying to instill in yourself don't have to be fixed. Like, they don't have to take the same form every day. They should evolve with your day. Now, the key here is not in doing something over and over again, but it is in not stopping. Now, I'm going to say that again because you might have heard it, but you don't understand. The key here is not in doing something over and over again, but it is realizing that you're not going to stop doing that thing. So that thing that you're trying to be consistent with, has it registered in your brain that you're never going to stop doing it? Like, it's you and this thing for life. So when you think of it like that, you start to realize that with consistency, you don't always have to show up and out and be at your best 100% of the time. And adaptability is at the very heart of consistency, because with adaptability, you have taken into consideration of the fact that you are not going to be at your best all the time, and so you show up the way you can you go 24 hours without food for 7 days a week? My love, go ahead. Can you run 10k miles in 5 minutes? My love, go ahead. But also, are you super tired? Maybe you cannot do your 10k steps, but you can at least do 2k steps. Please go ahead and do that 2k steps. The most important thing is that you keep on going, you keep on taking the steps. Now, another reason why you're not growing as much as you want to grow, although this applies to a very particular set of people, is that you're always looking for enemies where you did not keep them. If you're the type of person that anytime you're in a bad situation or a difficult situation, it's always your enemy's fault, your village people, somebody has come to attack you, somebody took this, haters are hating, guys, come on. Come on. What this means on a bigger scale is that you lack accountability and you have refused to take responsibility for the things that happen to you. And without accountability, there can be no growth. Because instead of you to take responsibility, you're shifting blame, pointing fingers, trying to find someone else to take the fall for something that you did. Situation that you put yourself inside. You're looking for someone else to blame. Not that I am ignoring the existence of enemies or evil ones, but just leave them alone. Like, why do you keep on inviting them to the party? Sometimes you don't even know that you exist, but then because you are constantly blaming them, they are going to now come. Like, I'm a firm believer of what you believe in is what works for you. So if you constantly believe that evil ones or something else is taking hold of your life, something else is in charge of your life and just monitoring your actions, definitely that thing is going to manifest. If you're someone that always does this, when you find yourself in a difficult situation, before you go on and on about blaming people or someone else, something else for your difficult situation, take a step back and just think objectively. Is there anything you could have done differently? Is there something that maybe went wrong in the deal, something you could have changed? Most times there always is, but if it is really your village people, then I'm sorry, it's only Jesus that can help you. Another reason why you're not growing as much as you want to grow is because you consume any and everything that comes your way. And I mean on social media. You're not conscious of the type of content you consume. You know, we have different seasons in our lives, and it's important to know the particular season that you're in, because that is supposed to guide your actions. So let me give you an assignment. When you go to your favorite platform to consume content or just be on social media, pay attention to how that content makes you feel. Pay attention to how those videos make you feel. Like, really pay attention to yourself. How do you feel when you leave social media? Do you feel anxious? Are you inspired? This is how it relates to seasons. If you're in a season of growth and you're consuming content that makes you feel anxious or something that makes you feel drained, it's like planting a seed alongside a weed. The weed is going to end up fighting with that seed for everything that is essential for the seed to grow: sunlight, water, you name it, and there will be no growth. And that's why I said it's important that you know the particular season of life that you're in, because there are times when you watch the content and then you feel nothing, like maybe you're just genuinely entertained by the content. But then there are other times when it's like, oh, I'm actually sensitive to this type of content. I'm reacting this type of way to this type of content. You know, a lot of people come on social media and they leave here feeling drained, feeling uninspired. And you that is in your season of growth, that's your story. That shouldn't be your story. Always strive to be around positivity, both online and offline. You should follow people that inspire you, follow pages that can bring positivity to your life, because it is when you are inspired that's when ideas can start flowing in. In your season of growth, think of positivity as the sunlight that is essential for your growth. Another reason why you're not growing as much as you want to grow is because you are more scared of succeeding than you are of failing. And the reason I say this is because for someone that has a streak of stunted growth, not doing the things that they want to do, procrastinating, all of that jazz, failure is a very familiar space, and so they don't know what they would look like if they leave that space. Now it's more of a battle of your subconscious mind. So I was listening to a Bob Proctor's podcast, and if you're a regular here, you know that I always talk about Bob Proctor. Like, I love him, he's my guy. Anyway, he was explaining something. A student that is always getting a D, nothing higher, always D is the threshold, yeah. Now his parents, his teachers may double down, get him to start reading, and then he will get an A, but eventually he's going to go back to getting these D's. And the reason why this happens is that in his subconscious mind, that is his best. That is what he knows how to do. That is how he has done it to the best of his power, and nobody's going to tell him anything. I touched a little bit of this in my last video, but now we are going to get into all the details. So now you see, the brain's defense mechanism is to protect us from danger, and danger to the brain is new experiences, unknown territories, basically just anything that it has not experienced before. So now, using the case of this student as an example, the one that the boy knows is D. That is what is registered in his head, D. And now, due to external factors, he somehow got an A. And the brain is like, what's going on here? This is unknown territories. We don't belong here. This is not what we do. We do this. And eventually, that boy goes back to his previous actions and continues getting his D's because that's what he knows. So in a sense, it's not like you're scared of succeeding, but it's more like your brain trying to protect you from what it does not know. But then the good thing is that it is your brain. You're the one in charge. You're the one that is in charge of what you think about, when you think about stuff, how you even think about it. It is you. So all you have to do is rewire your thought process, speak to your subconscious mind, and you're going to start to see yourself grow beautifully. And that's it, guys. We've come to the end of this video. I hope I've been able to speak to somebody. I hope you've been able to learn something from this video. Don't forget to do your assignment. If you don't know how to speak to your subconscious mind and you need help with that, please do let me know in the comments. I'll be glad to have a chat. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.